Boone goes back to Devin Williams again in a high leverage spot. Why? What makes him? What makes the Yankees think that Devin Williams could get the job done when he's failed at it time and time again all season long? More of the same damn bullcrap we've seen all season long with this team. Then Doval comes in and really craps the bed to put the game out of reach, even though the Yankees made a comeback at the end to make the game 8-7 with a big-time home run by Cody Bellinger. It wasn't enough. After all the pass balls and wild pitches and walks galore, the Yankees blew it. We had a 4-1 lead at a certain point in the game, and they couldn't hold it. This is a game you got to find a way to win, especially with the Blue Jays winning today and the Yankees slipping 3.5 games behind them. Is the AOE slipping away from the Yankees? I don't know. Let's talk about it. Yeah, man. What a frustrating game. What a frustrating game. I mean, the crazy thing is I felt like we were going to win this game. Like early on, it felt really good. This umpire, look, ABS needs to be in place now. Now, especially come October. It has to be in place. You can't wait. These umpires are terrible. Terrible. That call strike 3 there to strike out Josh Chisholm to end the game was horrific. But nonetheless, the big thing today is the bullpen management. The bullpen, you got to find a way to get it done. I don't understand why they went in the order they went with, right? As far as the bullpen, everybody was rested, right? The only person that was unavailable today out of the bullpen was Blackburn. The entire bullpen was well rested and ready to go. It's frustrating. It really is. It really is frustrating because this is a game you got to find a way to win this game right here. You can't fumble. You can't stumble like you did today. You can't do this anymore, especially versus the Astros and stuff. You just let the Astros get their confidence back up because if we win this game and the way the first half of the game was going, we had their number. It was very quiet. They were swinging at stuff they shouldn't swing at. We really had their number, and we blew it. Devin Williams, man, I'm sorry. They should have traded this guy. They should have absolutely traded him at the freaking deadline. He should have been gone. He should have been gone. You cannot bring him in high leverage situations anymore. You just can't. You just can't. I think the time to bring him in was maybe when it was 4-1, 4-2. After Jeremy Pena hit that home run that knocked out Will Warren, I probably would have went with him there, where if he does walk some bags and stuff and gives up a run or two, at least you're still in it. But 4-4, right? In a 4-4 game, I don't know what they're doing. This guy's just, I already knew when bases were loaded, I knew he was gonna walk the guy. I was watching the game with my mom. I told her, I was like, "Oh, this guy, he's gonna blow the game." And she was like, "No, we can still do it." I said, "No, he's going to blow the game. I can see it. It's written all over his face." And my thing is, why are we acting surprised? Why this team, in particular Boone and whoever's calling the shots, right? Because I don't know who it is. Why are they acting like this is a surprise? Like, this guy is a huge liability out of the pen. I'd rather have Blackburn. I'd rather have freaking Blackburn pitch there than Devin Williams. He can't be in these high leverage spots in big games anymore. He just can't find the strike zone. And even the 1 or 2 outs that he did get, the guy they were doing him favors by swinging at stuff they shouldn't have swung at. We had this game. I already had my thumb. I had everything built for the post game, we would have took the series and we would have started off this stretch that we're about to go on, right? After a game like yesterday, a good game, and then a game like today, man, the bullpen blows it. And I don't know what's up with Doval too, the bulk and everything. Even though I get it, like the umpires has something to do with that too. But come on, man, you got to get it together, Doval. Do something, man. You got to get it together. I don't know how they have who pitches where on the totem pole, right? But I feel like Luke Weaver's that guy that needs to be up there, right? Late in games. Let me look at the box score real quick. It's frustrating. It's frustrating because this is a game you have to find a win, especially in September and October. If you can't find a way to win these games when you're up 4-1, you're in big trouble. You're in big trouble. It's absolutely crazy. Absolutely insane. Let me pull up the box score real quick and turn this on. All right. Cruz gave up a run, unfortunately. Will Warren, two earned runs. He went 5 innings, 5 hits. He was rocking and rolling, but I don't know what happened. Cruz, I'll be honest, even though he's been decent since coming back, he has not been exactly the same. I think he's still looking for it. He's trying to find it. Luke Weaver gives up a run. Devin Williams, 4 earned runs, even though Duvall was the one that brung those in, but you can't walk 3 guys. You cannot walk 3 freaking guys. Why was he still in there? Why was he still in there? Like, at what point, what is it, 3 batter minimum, right? I don't understand the confidence they have in this guy. I really don't. Look, I get it, his track record and his history and his career, he's been really good. But this year with the Yankees, he has been probably the worst pitcher I've ever seen. If we thought Clay Holmes was bad, this dude is 5 times worse than Clay Holmes. This dude single-handedly has cost us the season almost. Single-handedly. One pitcher, and they continue to go to him. One pitcher. If we take back all the games that he's blown, we're in first place by 9 games. It's unbelievable. It really is. But I still think they should have traded him. They should have traded him. There was a missed opportunity. They should have traded him and got something for him. Grisham 0 for 4. Judge 1 for 5 with a hit late there in the 9th inning. Giancarlo Stanton with the huge home run. He freaking hit a bomb there. Ben Rice 2 for 4. Austin Wells. Man, look, it's about damn time with Austin Wells. He had a great night. 3 for 4, a 2-run home run. Awesome. Volpe, so far on this series, remember I said I want to see Volpe do it when it matters most? Him and Wells. Wells has stepped up. Volpe he's 0 for 7 so far on the series. 3 strikeouts to get. He went 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Caballero, where are you? Are we serious about winning? Or are we just bullshitting? If we're serious about winning, Caballero's starting shortstop tomorrow. Hands down. From here on out, you have to be. This guy's producing. He's not giving you nothing, Volpe. You're not getting anything from this guy. Nothing. Let's listen to Boone real quick.
Some close pitches all around. I thought the Astros from about 3rd or 4th inning on just started putting some really good at bats together and kind of pressured. First Will, then we had varying degrees of success down there. But credit to them, they had a lot of really good at bats against us. We didn't get a couple calls and got away.
You mentioned close pitches. Did you feel like Brian Walsh's zone was inconsistent all night long, or did you feel a certain way about the 8th in particular?
Yeah, I thought it was maybe a little inconsistent, but again, this is more. We had a lead, a couple chances to add on, and I thought the Astros put some really good at bats together. As far as they were really squaring some pitches up against us. the second half of the game, especially to get back in the game and ultimately have some big at bats that, outlasted us.
What were you seeing from Williams in that 8th inning?
Yeah, I thought he was throwing the ball well. I thought.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Real competitive at bats, each
Bro.
one of them, even the walks, obviously. A lot of close pitches.
This dude just said he thinks Devin Williams was throwing the ball well. This dude literally walked 3 batters. 3 batters. I get it. Some of them were close, and even the ones that, come on, Boone. You can't be fucking serious. You can't be serious, man. It's unbelievable. Unfreaking believable.
They got the best of us tonight.
Aaron, what was the thought process there? You used Weaver in the 7th inning, then Williams in the 8th. Just kind of walk us through why you decided to go that
Why is
direction.
Williams? Thank you, Meredith. Thank you.
You got Weave for you got Weave for.
He don't even know how to fucking answer
most
the
of
question.
Lefties and the switch hitters. I mean, it's kind of how we've been doing it, and then the more of the righty lane there for Devin. Just line up. They've been pitching the 7th or 8th, depending, and we just like them in those spots.
Karen Warren was at 67 pitches. Was it a result taking him out a result of them putting tougher at bats?
I thought. Yeah, I thought.
No.
I just thought
No.
there are about 8 hitters in a row there where.
The reason why he took Warren out is because he knew he had the whole bullpen to work with. He knew he had the entire bullpen rested that he could go to. He had this shit planned out before the game even started. I'm telling you. He knew he was going to there. He should have left them in a little longer, I believe. A little bit. But, look, man. At the end of the day, these guys got to, man, if it's not one thing, it's the other, right, with this damn team.
Good and squaring the ball up. So I just felt like, I was going to go batter to batter with them there in the 6th, and then, they jumped that first hanger, and I just felt like it was time.
That was a little too quick, man.
Still had a lead in the 8th.
No, that was if it got really long, and we got to a right-handed hitter in a big spot
really
later
long.
where
Pause.
if it got really long on Weave.
In light of Bellinger's 3-run homer, is it extra frustrating to give up runs on a balk and a wild pitch?
Yeah,
That's we gotta obviously be tighter there. It's amazing how much I ask for that ball call and never get it. Screaming from pretty. I think I haven't gone back and watched it. I was kind of coming up from when I got tossed, so seeing it look like just having a little trouble here.
Whatever, Boone. Whatever, man. Unfreaking believable. He said he thought Devin Williams was throwing the ball well. Well, Boone, I don't know what to tell you, man. You definitely, I don't know, your eye test is off. Let me say what's up to the chat. My bad, guys. Real Bill says, what's up? What's up, Real Bill? NYYJ, what's good, my brother? Andrew, can we fire the umpire? Man, these umpires have been garbage this whole season. Straight garbage. Hold on, let me.
No one's catching that ball, so.
Well, he's still talking bullshit. A says this game is irritating on so many levels. Unable to step on their throats. Runners on 2nd and 3rd. Volpe strikes out. Yeah, I mean, this is runners in scoring position, man. We already know. That's what I was saying yesterday, that we got the win off of these home runs and Max Fried pitched his ass off. But I was still seeing some stuff that I'm like, man, like we got to figure this stuff out. We got to figure stuff out. 1 for 6 with runners, 1 for 7 with runners in scoring position. 6 left on base. 6 runners left on base. Volpe's 0 for 7. He is 0 for 7 on the series, and I'm pretty sure he has he went 0 for 3 strikeouts today, and I'm gonna look up yesterday's stats to see how many strikeouts he had, because I'm pretty sure he struck out like twice yesterday too. All right, yesterday, no, he struck out once yesterday. All right, so he's 0 for 7, 4 strikeouts. Now what you want out of your shortstop, I don't know why they keep running him out there when you have the freaking major league leading stolen base Dude, on the bench, this dude leads the league in stolen bases from the bench. And he's doing it from the bench. And I don't know, they don't play him. They would not play him. Jose Caballero leads the league. We've already seen what he could do. The defense is good. I say his arm is definitely better than Volpe's, and the defense is better. If not, it's the same thing. If it's not better, it's exactly the same. But he's gonna give you way more bat, way bigger threat on the base paths, and just does more. What are we doing, man? We're not even fucking trying to win at this point. They have become so arrogant and so they've lost their way, man. This team, they really have. They really have. They're just too stubborn. They're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it. They're gonna keep putting this dude in left field. He's a freaking middle infielder. I wouldn't be surprised if they put him in center field, like they did with IKF. Freaking crazy. By the way, the Blue Jays picked up IKF on waivers, if anybody didn't know. So, and why the difference? Jays were down 5. Yeah, they were down 5 and came back and scored 13 runs versus Cincinnati. We needed this win, man. This is especially, here's my thing, right? A win like this is the reason why a win like this is so frustrating, because we had full control over the game from the beginning. We jumped out early. We had control over this game the entire time. And then we blew it. And the thing that kills me, right, is that we blew it with the same freaking guy who's been blowing it all freaking season, and Devin Williams and Doval too. I don't know why these guys are the 8th inning guys. Why? Why are they the 8th inning guys? Can you tell me? Why? And that point, you know what? I don't care. We don't have a freaking closer right now. In a situation like that, we're trying to freaking win. I would have brought in David Bednar. I swear to God, I don't care. He's the closer. He's not the closer. It doesn't even matter. We don't even know who's the closer at this point. I would have brought him in rather than bringing them. Those guys are low leverage right now. You can't trust them. You can't trust them. Gave up 4 runs. And that costed us because we came back. Cody Bellinger with the big home run in the top of the 9th. And it wasn't enough because it was too much to ask for. 4 runs. We're down 4 runs in the 9th. It was too much to ask for. I get it if he gives up 1 run, gets out of it. Not great, not what you want, but okay, we're right there. 4 freaking runs. You walk the bases loaded. My goodness, you walking in runners, balks, wild pitches. What are we doing, man? Can we play clean baseball? It's unbelievable. It's absolutely unbelievable with this team. Slow burner. My team got it done tonight. Yeah, I did, man. He's a Blue Jays fan, by the way. Ace says Devin was bad. He's been bad all season. Don't get it twisted, but the ump didn't help by squeezing. The ump didn't help, but Devin was bad, though. Some of them calls, yeah, but he got lucky, too. Because he got strikeout. I don't know what this guy was swinging at, because the ball was literally up at his neck, and he's swinging. He got lucky, too. The whole thing, man, is Devin Williams is not it, man. He's not it. I'm telling you, he cannot be pitching. His changeup doesn't look. I don't know what it is about this dude. He has completely fallen off. He really has. I don't know if it's the nerves, whatever it is. His stuff looks very hittable. I don't know. You guys tell me in the chat, right? When I see him pitch, for some reason, his stuff looks very hittable to me. For whatever reason, it looks very hittable.
You the real MVP.
I appreciate it, Roy. Roy with the 2. Thank you for your donation, man. I don't know if you had a comment in there. You didn't put it in, but I appreciate it, Roy. Yeah, I was frustrated, guys. Still frustrated. Everyone blames the umpires, Boone, Volpe, and the hot dog vendor. Fact is, this team had a chance with 0 outs and runners on 2nd and 3rd and only scored 1 run. Yeah, you're right. It's the same thing. That's what I was saying yesterday. Yesterday, I pointed that out. I was like, it was a great game. Don't get me wrong. We'll take it. But once again, runners on 3rd, less than 2 outs. For some reason, we can't find a way to get them home. It's like an automatic strikeout. or double play. A says he fully expects to get smacked tomorrow. Jays are on their way to New York with a day off. Yeah, and that's the thing. Yeah, man, Boone be killing me, man. I don't know. My thing, look, I get it. Like Jacob pointed out, it was the third time through the order with Will Warner. But at that point, dude, it's 4-1. What was it, 4-1, 4-2 when he pulled him? Let the kid pitch. He only threw 67 pitches. But I don't know why. With Boone, he knew that he had the whole bullpen. So he gave Will Warner a short leash for no reason. That was his game to lose right there. I would have took at least bat by bat, right? I would have left them in there, get another at bat. Now, if they hit another home run, I'd be like, okay, yeah, you coming out. But that was just one bomb with Jeremy Pena. It was a bomb though. But you got to leave him in. Only 67 pitches, 5 innings. Come on, what are we doing? We're up 4-2. We're up 4-2. 4-2, and your starting pitcher has just given you 5 innings and only thrown 67 pitches, and you're quick to go to the bullpen immediately. Why? Why? Really, why? I don't understand it. Like, why are you that quick to go to the bullpen? Jose G, what's up, my brother? He says, we are watching the game, and the strike box guys, you can't say those calls didn't hurt, though. No, they did hurt. They did hurt, but we need the ABS. But the thing is, look, you still got to find a way to win, though, man. You really do, because that's just, look, how old is baseball has been played, what, 150, 60, 80 years, whatever it is. Right? There's always been bad calls. It's part of the game. It sucks. I get it. It really does. It's part of the game. But we can't act like even with Devin Williams, right? Those calls, some of them didn't help him. But we can't act like this dude hasn't been blowing games all season long. He's got no excuses. You can't give him no excuse. And we can't give the Yankees any excuse for putting him in, for continually putting him in high leverage situations. And I get at that point, they kind of had no choice, because they shot their load too quickly when they pulled out Will Warren. Boone blew his load early, and he was done. 60-second assassin. Finished. It's crazy. Just crazy. Jacob, what do you expect him to say? He doesn't bash his guys. No, but I don't mean he got to, but come on. Like, my whole thing is like, come on, Boone. Really? The dude just freaking walked 3 batters. How many years he gave up? He obviously was not throwing well. To say that he looked good, like he was throwing well, is crazy. And just blame the whole empire. Just blame the empire. It was the empire's fault. We can't do that, man. We can't do that. Excuses are like, you know what? Everybody's got them. Everybody's got them. Right? He gave up 1 hit, 4 earned runs, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, Devin Williams. And one of those strikeouts was sus to me. Very sus. When Stanton was beat 3 times tonight, you have to pull him. Oh, you talking about Giancarlo Stanton? Hell no. Because you need his bat in there later. Look, because even if Chisholm walks, right, or gets on base, guess who's coming up? Big G, your biggest clutch hitter. He's the biggest clutch hitter. Hold on, let me pull up Devin Williams. I'm going to put up his last 5 appearances. Devin Williams, last 5. Oh my God, guys. What are we doing, man? This is our guy. We're going to die on this hill with this guy. Are you freaking crazy? Yeah, Jacob. You know what's crazy, Jacob? Caballero is what we want Volpe. I said it literally exactly like that. That's how I said it. Caballero is everything we hope Volpe could be. And he's right there on the bench, and they still won't play him. So you do that math. Let me put some background music. You do that math. I'm gonna try to get to as many comments here as I like. And don't forget, guys, if you just tuning in, it's your first time, please sub if you don't mind. Like the video. We got 47 people in here, only 8 likes. We could do better than that. And take advantage of the stats. You know, I got this live stat. You can pull up anybody's stats, last 5, last 10, October stats, 2025 stats, 23, whatever it is. Minor leaguers, historical players, it's all there. Just follow what the people in the chat, the vets, the veterans who've been doing this for a while, and you'll see the format of how to pull up stats. You will see the format how to pull up stats. But tomorrow's matchup, we got Carlos Rodon. And look, see, a game like today, man, we blew it. We put a lot of pressure on Carlos Rodon because now we need him to come out and pitch exceptional, especially versus Christian Javier, where if we would have been able to take this game, we already got the series. I mean, I'm not saying you let the foot off the gas, but it gives Rodon a little bit of breathing room. And you already know that he's a little sometimes he gets stressed. Put it that way. Have a good night, Donnie Clark. My bad, man. I didn't even see you in the chat. What's up, though? I hope you're doing good. Yeah, that's the matchup. We'll look at I'm gonna pull up the stats versus like how we hit Christian Javier. How do we hit Christian Javier? And by the way, if you're wondering what's that on my face, that's another feature we have in the channel. You can put commands like I don't know, if you want, you could just tell me that I'm wasted, or you can hit me with the clown face, $ clown. There's a bunch of stuff in there. Throw smoke grenades if you like. Go crazy. Celia, what's up, Celia? She says, I didn't have an issue with him taking Warren out. They were hitting off him. Yeah, they started hitting a little hard, but I felt like at that point, we still had a comfortable lead, you know. But then going to Williams. See, the thing is, right, I feel like they had this plan. The thing is that he already had a plan that he was going to go with certain guys. At some point, he was going to end up going to Williams, especially since Will Warren only pitched 5 innings. He was going to have to go to Williams and Doval at some point. You know, I'm surprised he didn't even put in like a Mark Leiter Jr. He was going to end up having to go to these guys because you didn't get 6, 7 innings out of your starter. I think you gotta try to get 6, at least 7. You really do. Oh, I didn't pull up his last 5. That's weird. Yep. Roy Wilcox says Boone should have pulled Warren out after the 5th. They were hitting off him too much. Then you gotta put the right pitches in from the bullpen. Boone messed up. Yeah, I don't know. I would have left. Honestly, I would have stuck with Warren because if he pulls him out, right there, like you're saying, eventually you're gonna have to go. You're gonna have to get to you're gonna get to Williams and all these guys anyway. You understand what I'm saying? Because you didn't get enough innings from your starter. This dude put Aaron Boone last 5. Hey man, yeah, that it don't work. That Aaron Boone hasn't played in a long time. Yeah, but don't abuse it. See, here's the thing too, guys. If you abuse the stats, I'll turn it off, man. I will. Don't abuse it too much, man. Tyrone Sanders, Boone, Jesus. Yeah, Boone will win 0 rings. Just enjoy that cherry on top. He will do what he did again, even if we make it to the World Series. You know, I don't know. I just feel like it was a little mismanaged. I feel like he should have. Me personally, I get it. The one was getting hit, but it was 4-2. We were okay there. It still didn't work out. He went to all his guys early. You brung in Cruz, he gave up a run. You brung in Weaver, he gave up a run. You brung in Devin Williams, and he walked everybody and their mother and got charged. He gave up a run and ended up getting charged with 3 more when Doval came in. The only one who didn't give up a run today, the only pitcher who did not give up, who was not charged with an earned run, was Doval. Of all people, right? The guy who probably should have been charged the most. It's just, we got to do better. Definitely got to do better. That's not what you want. Not what you want. We had that series there. Now we got to come in tomorrow and really fight for this rubber match, this rubber game. But we had it. We really did. We really did. Let me see if I'm go over here. All right. Okay. So this is the hitting stats versus Christian Javier. Well, guys, let me see if it's pulling up right now. Oh, wrong one. Hold on, let it load up. It's loading. Pull this right here. Yep. Metro Roofing wants some more. Another Boone gem. Yeah, the dude, look, I don't know. You just can't go to Williams right there. You can't. You got everybody available. Everybody's literally available. I'm going to show you the availability. I'll show you right now. Let me see. Pull this. Okay. Look at this. This is the availability. The only one not available was Blackburn. He pitched 30 pitches yesterday. The black is for pitchers thrown the last 3 days. Last 3 days, right? Look. Now you have everybody available. Where's Ryan Yarbrough? We still haven't seen him. When are we going to see him? You had all these people available. Like, look, man, I'm telling you, I would have went. You got to play every game. Every game you have to play as if it's the last, right? Don't worry about tomorrow. Screw tomorrow. Win today. I would have brought in David Bednar. Especially after Williams, and that's not saying much because he probably blows it too, but after Williams walked the bases loaded and gave up that the go-ahead run, I would have brought in David Bednar. I would have been like, nope, you know what? We got to stop this. We got to stop the bleeding here. We have to stop it. Doval, man, the dude, I could have sworn that's not the first balk we've seen from him too, since he's been here. Warren was dealing. Yeah, I think when Jeremy Pena hit that shot, I think Boone, decided to take him out. It was his third time through the order, and we already know how the analytics feel about that. But I think you leave him. Only 67 pitches. You leave him at least for a little bit, like bat to bat. You leave him and go, hitter to hitter, And if you see something you don't like, you pull him. But you got to get more from him. You have to. You have to. He didn't pitch bad. Really. He really didn't. But I'm going to play this right here. These are stats versus Christian Javier. Dominguez is 1 for 3 versus him. Trent Grisham is 1 for 3 versus him. Dominguez actually has a home run versus Christian Javier. Judge is 0 for 15 versus this dude. Now 8 strikeouts. Holy smokes. Not good. Not good. This is probably the toughest pitcher this series, and we had to get today's game. Paul Goldschmidt's 3 for 7 versus him. Ahmed Rosario 2 for 9. Jazz Chisholm. That can't be. It says 2 for 2, but 0 batting average. Nope. Volpe 0 for everything, man. But those are the stats versus Christian Javier. So we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up versus Rodon too in a second. See if I can pull that here. All right. But again, guys, only 14 likes, 54 people in here. Hit the like button, shoot the like button, punch it, smack it, dab it, whatever you want to do. Dev, what's up, Dev? Yeah, D's channel, what's up, my brother? Jose, Donnie, and yes, you're right, yep. We can still get a win tomorrow. Yeah, but man, Why win tomorrow when you can win today, right, Roy? Why win tomorrow when you can win today? That's what I'm saying. Let me see. I didn't see the game today, but I saw the scoreboard. Devin should not be in the game. Yeah, I mean, but it was inevitable at that point. Once he pulled Warren so early, it was inevitable. Command Brantford. Out of curiosity, who do you trust most out of your pen? To be honest, I trust Weaver. But for some reason they put him. He's a middle reliever now. I semi trust Bednar. I do trust him more than Williams or Doval. And believe it or not, I trust Tim Hill. I do trust Tim Hill. For some reason, he's a dog. He more times than not, he'll get the job done. He's at least gonna pitch to contact. You know, he's not gonna walk 3 guys in a row. Who else we got in there? I trust Cruz. I do trust Cruz. He gave up a run today. He wasn't his best. So, I mean, yeah, those are pretty much it. That's my hierarchy. But out of all of them, to be honest, I have, for some reason, my stomach, I trust Weaver. I trust Weaver to get me out of a bad spot. Like, he's the only guy that I will bring in with the bases loaded. I feel like he might give up a run, but he'll get you out of a jam. He's not going to do what Doval did and start freaking throwing wild pitches and give up 4 runs. DSL, I haven't seen you in a minute. The ump, Brian Walsh, is a huge Red Sox fan. He hates the Yankees. He called strikes on both. Yeah, he was terrible. We need to go to the ABS system. And more than the ABS, correct? Because I like the whole challenge thing. You get 2 challenges and the strategic part about it. But they need to go to a full-on every pitch is determined by the computer, by the ABS. Why? You know, why not? Why not? Because especially in big games, man, because I'm telling you, in big games, the last thing you want, it's a stain on baseball. I'm telling you, it's pie on the face of baseball. Because as a fan, especially if you're just tuning in, right? You're just tuning in. You don't know baseball. You're tuning into the World Series, a big game or whatever it is, and the game is ended on a bad call. You're like, man, really? You know? Now, we can't get the most basic thing right. We have the technology to call balls and strikes for us. For every pitch. I'm not talking about only when you challenge it. For every pitch. And we don't do it. So, Jay Frank was working, so missed the game. Sounds like it was better off. Yeah, I mean, it's just not good. They had it too. That's the problem. That's the thing that really gets me mad. It's like, man, this is a game you got to find a way to win. You have to. You got to find a way to win today's game. You definitely do. I'm going to take a 30-second break so I can drink some of this cranberry juice, and I'll be right back.
Bullpen meatballs. Serving them up all 2025 season.
You better like the video, and while you're at it, subscribe to my friend Jason's channel.
The reason your butt has been hurting is because you have YDS, Yankees Derangement Syndrome.
Hey y'all, don't forget, channel members can bring up live player stats.
Yep, but you know, I would say, getting all the negative stuff out the way, the positive side of things, Austin Wells it seems like he's turned it on as of late. He has turned it on. I've been very critical of Austin Wells and Anthony Volpe, right? Even in versus the White Sox, they had some good games there. They had some good games versus the White Sox. And I was like, you know what? That's good and all. Let's see you do it when it really counts. Let's see you do it versus Houston, versus Toronto or something. And Wells he came to play. He's brung his bat with him. Volpe, on the other hand, he's 0 for 7 on the series so far. To me, at this point, how they don't have Caballero starting over him is beyond me. It really is. But it's nice to see Austin Wells swinging the bat well. It really is. And with that being said, he'd probably be benched tomorrow. He went 3 for 4 today, so Boone will probably bench him tomorrow just cause, right? Oh man, that'd be funny too. That'd be hilarious. Sunil, what's up, brother? He says tomorrow, Don's first has to cross up with the umpire nailing him in the sack. No, man. Oh shoot. You don't do that because the guy who's the home plate umpire won't be the home plate umpire tomorrow. So that will make no sense. Yeah, Ace just sent me a picture of the home plate umpire. He's a huge Boston fan. I mean, look, all these guys got to be a fan of somebody. I'm not going to say that he was doing it on purpose. And I'll be honest, like, we've seen this time and time again all season long. I say half the umpires in the league are bad and the other half are pretty decent. Just how it is. Really just how it is. But that's baseball. What are you gonna do? This game has been played for so long. It's nothing new. It's nothing new. Ahmed Rosario. Pull up the year. Why did it show the career? Don't tell me I messed something up. Hold on. You know what? Let me put something. Aaron Judge. If this shows up as career, then I broke something. Yep. All right, for now, just add the year. Judge. 2025. It's supposed to default. Or maybe, no, you know what? Default season 2025. Let's see if this works. Save settings. I don't know. Devin Williams interview, always interesting. Let's pull that up. I mean, what is he gonna say? Really, at this point, I really feel bad for the guy. I'm starting to feel bad for him because they should have just traded him. And you know why I'm feeling bad? He's really hurt himself so bad. He was gonna get a big payday. And right now, I'd be surprised if somebody will take a fly on him. They'll sign him for a year, maybe, give him a few $1 million. But he is not going to get the big payday he thought he was going to get. The 10 years, $190 million or whatever. It's the Josh Hader money, Tanner Scott money that he thought he was going to get. He's not getting that. He's definitely not getting that. Let's listen to Devin Williams. Hold on.
A lot of close pitches there in that 8th inning. Did you feel like the strike zone was incredibly inconsistent?
I already looked at it. He definitely missed 4, which is what I told him, and he threw me out for it.
How frustrating is that for you when you're in a pressure-packed situation like that with a game on the line and perhaps to not get those calls you believe are strikes in those situations?
Yeah, when you're making good pitches, which I was, not getting those calls really changes the course of an at-bat. Obviously Correa hit the double, so I'm kind of having.
You're right. You're right, But you can't always bank on that. You really can't. What about all the ones that were nowhere near the plate? What about those? My thing, guy, man, is look, no excuses, bro. You've been doing this all season long. There ain't no excuses no more. This is not like the first time, second time. Bro, this is probably like the 20th time that you've really screwed this team.
I have my back against the wall right away. Made some really good pitches to Sanchez, which he missed 2 in that at bat. But yeah, I competed, but I don't know. It's just ridiculous to have the inning that I had, and then for us to. Jazz got the bat taken out of his hands on a pitch that was a lot further from the zone than pitches I was making.
Is that harder to deal with while you're on the mound as one strike turns into a ball, another strike turns into a ball, or are you able to do your best to compartmentalize that?
Yeah, I mean, you just keep going, right? But at the end of the day, that changes outcomes. I should have had Sanchez 0-2 instead of 2-1.
Was there anything else you said to Walsh on your way out, or
That
just
was
that you
it.
missed?
I said I had 4 that you missed, and he threw me out for it. Never been ejected in my career, so.
Well, you can't argue balls and strikes, but look, man, I feel you, Devin Williams. I really do. I feel you, my brother, but come on, bro. Come on, dude. What about the last time? You know, what about in Texas, right? Versus the Rangers, the one you blew over there. Come on. Please, man, to save yourself. Save yourself, man. No excuses, bro. I get it. It happens, right? He missed some calls. But there was some of those. What about all the ones that you threw that were nowhere near the zone? All right. So Bill says, hurry and call the Wambulance. Wham. You guys are funny, man. Let's finish this, though.
Trammell, I think. What was the
the 2-0 pitch was a strike. That turns into a 2-2 count instead of a 3-1 count. So, you know, I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know either. I don't know. Look, I don't know what happened to you. That's what I don't know. I don't know why Boone keeps putting you in. I don't know that either. Why? There's a lot of things we don't know. One thing I do know is that you've been blowing it for us all season, man. Unfortunately, because I had high hopes for you coming over here, Devin Williams. And it sucks because you're right. The ump sucked. That's nothing new. You've been playing baseball your whole life, probably. You know, sometimes you don't get the calls. What are you gonna do? But what about all the ones? See, we always complain about the ones you didn't get called, right? The ones that were in the zone that didn't get called. But what about all the ones that you missed completely? You know. But I hear you. Though. It sucks. Trust me. It really does. This is a game that we really needed. Toronto, obviously, you know, they won. They were down 5-0 at one point. They came back and won. So we're currently 3 games back. Is that right? I thought it was supposed to be 3.5. The Red Sox, they're going through it. Roman Anthony is out with an oblique injury. He's pretty much done for the season. And believe it or not, that's a huge blow for that team. A huge blow. So we'll see what they're gonna look like. We'll see if they can keep up in this division race. And even though it seems like it's slipping away, to me it was a huge game because my whole thing going into this 12-game gauntlet that we got right here, my whole thing was going into the Toronto series. I wanted the Yankees to be at the very most 3 games behind. I wanted to go into this Toronto series with a chance to come out, with the opportunity to come out of that series either in first place or tie for first place, you know? That still holds true if we win tomorrow. And especially, well, tomorrow, actually, Toronto doesn't play tomorrow. They have an off day tomorrow. So they're coming into they're coming into Yankee Stadium fresh. They'll be there before we even get there. And it's crazy because look, this is another thing with this team. We already know that they're coming off of long flights and stuff. They usually don't play well. When they left, like this series versus Boston recently, they had flew in at like I think they played the Texas before them. I don't know, but they had flew into New York at like 5 a.m. and had a game, right? So they leave in Texas. The game is at 7:40 tomorrow. It probably ends at what, like 10:30, whatever it is. They're gonna land in New York very, very late or early morning, put it that way, in the middle of the night. So hopefully they get a good night's sleep and be ready for that Toronto series, because I don't want no excuses. None. Absolutely none. We got to get this W tomorrow. Has to happen. It has to happen. Let me get into hold on, pull this away. All right, Chef, man. What's up, Chef? Good to see you. Good to see you too, man. Real Bill. Yeah. Jose G says, you can feel that way. All I'm saying is that it can kill your buzz and you can hurt your chances from also making a run in the. Yeah, man. Look, a game like today, if they would have won today, they would have made a huge statement. Did you see the confidence level in the Astros in the 9th inning versus the 3rd inning? Because the first half of the game, they seemed lifeless. Like they were like, man, we're getting shut out in our home. You can actually hear the Yankee fans in the stadium. And then all of a sudden, we let them back in the game. And by the time that game ended, they looked like they just had some life injected into that team. And shout out to Cody Bellinger for the 3-run home run in the 9th. That was huge, man. It wasn't enough though. Once we gave up 4 runs, right? Not one. It was tied 4-4 when Devin Williams came in. We didn't give up 1 run. 2 and 4 runs between him and Doval. And look, Doval too. I get it. The kid stuff is filthy. It's filthy, but what's wrong with this guy? Like, he can't figure it out, man. He's all over the place with his command. Balking all the time. Like, what's with these balks too? What is with these balks? Let's see. The manager, Aaron Boone, is a huge Red Sox fan and called bullpen when a starter is only. No, what are you talking about, Aaron Boone? Aaron Boone he took a pennant away from the Red Sox. What you're talking about there, man? These umps, closer to see this. These umpires, softer than filled Krispy Kreme. Come on, it's one of Sunil's dumb jokes, man. Yep. Real Bill says, excuse me, I'm working on my analytics. I figure if I eat beans for breakfast and lunch, I can clear the room by 4 p.m. Wow. It's one of those days, guys. What's up, Katie? How you doing? A7 was close. Yeah, it was close because we got a home run, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. On paper, right, it's close, but in reality, it's like, man, we should have won this game. Absolutely should have won this game. And once again, right, all runs, with the exception of the sac fly by Ryan McMahon, but all those runs are scored by the long ball. Just saying. Just saying. Let me see. Itchy Nuts, what's up, man? I thought Yankees were playing great till Stanton in the left field kicked in. Yeah, I don't know why they put him in left. I would have rather have him in right. I get it. Maybe they feel like there's a little less room, but why move him to left? He's been playing right the whole time. And you got that wall. That wall is not easy to play. The Crawford boxes wall, whatever they call that wall there, the little monster, whatever it's called. That wall is not easy to play off of, man. Like, why? I don't understand the logic of having him in left field. I really don't. That corner too, because I've been in that stadium several times. That corner is real steep. Like, that foul line is right on the wall. It just looks like a tough corner to play. You should have had him in right field, I think. Wells better than Volpe. Right now, it seems like it. I can't even begin to describe how it feels right now. How this feels right now. Yeah, it's frustrating. It is very frustrating. You know what? I'm going to pull up Austin Wells stats. 2025. Austin Wells, man. Up to 217. He's staying away from that Mendoza line. For some reason, man, that Mendoza line is like the floor. I don't know why it went away so fast. Something's not working right with this thing. I gotta fix it. All right. Where we at? All right, so he's batting Anthony Volpe. Anthony Volpe's batting 207. Crazy. Slow burner. Well, what slow burner said? What did he say? Sunil said had a procedure to clear himself of kidney stones. Yeah, man. I did. I had two, actually. They had to put a stent in first. And then they had to go back in and remove the kidney stones. So I was dying, man. I was dying. My kidney was infected at one point. It's not what you want. Blackburn Warrior. Yeah, Ken loves Blackburn. He should have. I tell you why. I trust him a lot more than Devin Williams. And that's saying a lot right there. That really is. You see, Katie, should not have happened to the Yankees. Yeah, they had this game. They really did. Look, there's a lot of things this team is frustrating. Every day when I see the lineup, I'm not surprised that Volpe's still starting. But it's just like, what are we doing? What are we doing? We got the league leading stolen base leader who's coming off the bench. Imagine if he played every day. He'd have 70 stolen bases. If he was an everyday play, he'd have, and I'm talking about Caballero, he'd have 70 stolen bases if he played every day. But they refuse to play him every day for whatever reason. So, and I'm going to go on a limb and say I think his defense is better than Volpe's too. I do. I've seen him at third make throws from deep in the 5-hole. He's better at defense. I'm talking about in the infield, middle infield, than we think. If they start him, just give him like a good 5 starts straight. You're gonna see the stark difference between him and Volpe, man. Volpe's a second baseman playing shortstop. You know? And not only that, man, my thing with Volpe too is we're not getting anything from this guy offensively at all. Like nothing. And they just keep running him out there. Why not? Keep running him out there. He definitely balked. You have to declare that you are pitching from the windup. Yeah, you're right. Before you touch the rubber. And you still have to come to a stop. Yeah, you have to come to a complete stop. A lot of kids struggle with that. And when the complete stop is like, when I'm come like, where's my baseball? So you got to come set. You got to stop. You know who does that? Who gets real close with that? What's the guy from Tampa Bay? P. Fairbanks. Like he has that little, I don't know, like that twitch. Clark Schmidt does it too a lot. Clark Schmidt, sometimes he has like this little twitch in his leg or something. You got to come to a complete stop, pretty much. And some of these guys, they push it to the limit where it looks like they're barely coming to a stop. Katie says she expected a better result than we all did. Tanner Scott's a bum. Let's pull up Tanner Scott. 2025. I mean, yeah. He's looking a little better than Devin Williams, though. But the thing is that they paid. Tanner Scott already got paid. Tanner Scott already got paid big time. Big time. It's going good, Katie. Thank you. I'm going good. Nando 390. What's up, my brother, man? Haven't seen you in a minute. Well, actually, no. You was here the other day. Devin Williams got the Yankees facial hair curse. Shave that shit. Yo, for real, bro. Yeah, man. It's crazy how the whole facial hair policy got changed for this guy. And he sucks, man. I feel like that shit, it should be earned, right? I think that's what it should be. It should be a privilege. Like, you got to earn it. You got to earn it. If not, bro, if you blow a save, you got to shave. Mason Miller. Pull up Duran, Aiden. Doing good, expected better. Yeah. 4 pitches is BS. He was 18th without an out. My thing is, look, I hate when guys come up with. I understand, right? I get it, because I was upset too. But it's like, all right, those are 4 pitches. What about every other pitch? You know, what about the W you gave up? What about, you know, what are we doing? That's a closer right there. That's a beast. See, you know what's crazy? Like, that's, and I said this before, like, going after a guy like Durant, that's going all in. That is going all in. Real Bill says, I said to tell you that you look a lot better. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for the prayers. And I hope you guys are feeling better too. I do. I feel a lot better. I'm not 100% yet, but I feel way better than I was feeling a week ago. Yep. Way, way better. Jose says, yo, they are competing though and not backing down though. Yeah, they are, but that's what makes it even worse though, man. They are, you know, they have to. You really have to. But the thing is, if it's just, we got to get this team to click on all cylinders. And this bullpen, like, what's up with this bullpen? When they get rest, they do worse. I don't know. I feel like, man, my thing is, I think, look, this is my thing, right? I think he should have left Will Warren in there. I get it. He was starting to get hit a little harder, but come on, dude. It was 4-2. It was only 4-2. The dude threw 67 pitches through 5 innings. Like, what are we doing? I would have kept him in there. Now, if he gives up another run, then we're like, okay. But come on. Every other time he's trying to squeeze outside of guys. It's like this dude, I don't understand with Boone sometimes. He's ass backwards. When he should leave a pitcher in, he takes him out. When he should take a pitcher out, he leaves him in. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, even Devin Williams was in way too long. He was in there way too long. Once he saw he couldn't do it, he should have been gone. Well, how many pitches? He faced what, 5, 6 batters? Why was he facing 6 batters when he clearly was about to blow the freaking... He was about to blow it. Like, why wouldn't you just go with the ball then? Immediately. Once he had the 3-batter rule. It's just, it don't make no sense. Yeah. I don't know why he took out Will Warren. I don't. Nope. Balked by Doval. Yeah. Look, Will Warren threw 67 pitches, 46 of them for strikes. That's really freaking good. You know, I don't know why he was quick to, like, in a rush to get him out of there. I get it that Jeremy Pena hit a bomb off of him, but shit, it happens. That was a solo shot, right? So what? So what? I don't know what. Yeah. I don't know what this dude is doing. I guess I'm not disagreeing with you, Jason, but missed calls do make a big difference in the outcome of a... No, it does, Roy. I'm not saying it doesn't. It does, but what I'm saying is that it you know, look, I'm gonna look right now. Let me look at how many pitches did I'm looking at how many pitches this guy threw. Where is it at? All right. Devin Williams threw 34 pitches. You know how many of them were strikes? 17. 17. That's the problem there. All right, we'll give you 4. So let's say 21 of them were strikes. It does change a lot. It helps, but he still was he was not his best, you know. And what about every other game? This is base. This is what happens. What about every other pitch? And look, he got a strikeout. One strikeout he got, right? The dude, that was a horrible pitch. I don't know. I can't remember versus who. I don't know why he swung at the ball. It made no sense. It was off the plate by like 2-3 feet, and he swung at it. He got lucky that this guy helped him out and gave him that strikeout. Because it would have been a lot worse. It would have been a lot worse. Where it says, Roy, I agree, but whether Devin is 0-2, 2-0, he's going. Yeah. Put Stanton out there versus the Jays with their contact rate, and it could be comedy hour. Yeah, but I mean, what are you gonna do? The thing is that we need his bat. We need his bat. Unless you're gonna throw Judge out there. So just throw Judge out there, you know? I don't think he's ready. Look, remember they said the whole thing flipped on us. They said Judge will be on the 10-day IL. And I already knew it was bullshit. I told you from the beginning, I was like, that dude, he needs more time than that. They said at first he's gonna be on the 10-day IL, then have 10 games as a DH, and then he'll be back on the field, good to go. Right? We're way past that at this point. I don't know when. He might not return to right field this whole season. Maybe what Boone was saying was right. When he came out and said Judge was like, he don't know what he's talking about. Maybe that's Judge just being stubborn and not accepting the fact that he's not going to be back on the field. So I don't know. One of you guys, have you heard anything? I haven't heard much on when they're anticipating Judge to be back at right. Me personally, at this point, I say keep him off of right field, save his arm, and put Stan out there. Fuck it. You know? What are we going to do? We have no choice. Warren was definitely getting hit. I don't think there's an issue with Boone taking Warren out. It's the fact that he brought Devin Williams in a high leverage situation once again. Yeah, but the thing is, though, see, the thing I'm saying, Celia, is that once he took Warren out early there, it was inevitable that you were going to get to Williams. You see what I'm saying? Unless we somehow had the lead. But once Cruz and Weaver, right? He went straight to Cruz. Once Cruz and Weaver gave up those 2 runs and they tied the game, who else are you going to bring? Are we going with Mark Leiter Jr. at that point? Are we going with Tim Hill? Are we going to... And I think he should have went with one of those guys. I think that he already had this plan. That's the whole thing. I think Warren was coming out. No matter what, Warren was coming out in the 5th inning. He had an entire bullpen rested. I really feel like that they mapped this out. Warren was only going to pitch to the 5th. He was going to go through the lineup 3 times, or maybe they said 3 times he's going through the lineup, and then they're going to go, you know, to their guys and try to you know, take a win. It didn't work. But you're right. Once they tied it, they should have never went with. I would have rather went with Tim Hill or somebody, you know. And then even after Devin Williams gave up the go-ahead run, walked the bases loaded, and all that, I would have went with Tim Hill still there because we were a double play away from getting out of that. But he went with Doval, who's freaking wild. He's absolutely wild. He has no command of his pitches, and it's sad because the dude is absolutely electric. He throws the ball. He's a flamethrower, but he cannot harness that heat that he's throwing. He just can't. I would have went with Tim Hill right there. You know, I would have went with Tim Hill, try to induce a double play and get out of that. If that happens, if we only gave up that 1 run, right? It's 5-4, and then we go into the 9th, and we saw what Cody Bellinger did. Or 2 runs, you know? But once he gave up and we start we start balking and throwing wild pitches, it was over at that point. You can't do that. You can't do that. 41 of y'all in here. 20 likes. Let's get the likes up, people. Let's do your boy a solid. Momo, I left the Yankees. I left the game. Yankees were up 4-0. Come back and they blew the game. Yeah. Was it 4-0 or 4-1? Yeah, it's crazy. They have to win tomorrow. I think they will go down losing to the Jays. Yeah, we have to win tomorrow. We have to. And it's tough because you saw the numbers versus what's his name? Freaking Javier. They're not good. The Yankees numbers versus Javier are not good. And these are the Astros numbers versus Rodon. Pull it up real quick. Damn, 30 at bats for Jose Altuve versus Rodon. 8 hits, 1 home run. Victor Carantini. Yeah, I mean, these are the number. Obviously, a lot of these guys have faced. They have an extensive history versus Rodon because he's been around for a while. He's been around, and he pitched in the National League as well as the American League. So those are the numbers versus him. Jeremy Pena hits him well. We'll see. We will see. We will see. I'm going to take a look at the standings around the league real quick. As a matter of fact, let's take a look. All right. Boston lost 8-1. Philly lost to the Brewers. Man, the Brewers are freaking, they're killing it. What's up with the Dodgers losing to the Pirates? Who pitched that game? That's a good one. Let me pull that up real quick. Where is it? Here we go. Now, you would thought that there's Paul Skeens pitched or something. Just looking around the league real quick. Damn, 13 now. If only they lost. Man, Bieber gave up 5 runs. It's not what you want. A lot of home runs in this game. Barshow, Addison Barger, who's an absolute Yankee killer too. George Springer, he kills us. Vladimir Guerrero and Alejandro Kirk. Your usual suspects. The guys who I do not look forward to facing this weekend. They always find a way to screw us over. YOLO. At least Dax Kilby might be the answer at shortstop. Dax Kilby is a long way away from. He's a long way away from the big leagues, especially with the Yankees. Look, the Yankees, they let these guys be in. It take you 6 years to get through the minors. It's not like Boston or a lot of these teams now. Even the Athletics. You know, you look at a guy like Nick Kurtz and even Roman Anthony, just a lot of these guys who literally got drafted a year or two ago and they're already in the big leagues. Yeah, that's not happening with the Yankees. With the Yankees, you're going to go through every level and do a year at every level at least. So it'll take you 4 or 5 years before you get called up, no matter how good you're doing in the Yankee system. So that dude Dax, he's got a long way to go. If Stan has to play them, it might as well be right field. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I don't know why they put him in left field. Right field in Houston, it's not that much, but even Boone said it today. Boone was on not today. He said it when he was on John Boy Talking Yanks. He said the same thing when they asked him. He said he's putting him in left, but this is pretty much the same thing. Right field and left field over there. Probably the difference is probably like 4 feet. Trust me, I've been at the stadium. Now, center field, though. Center field is huge over there. And it used to be even worse because they used to have a whole extra section in center field with like a hill. They took it off because it was crazy. Volpe's not showing anything. You're right. You're right. Let me see. Or he says, off season, we better figure out our bullpen. Judge needs to go to first next year. Sign Belly and bring up Jones. If you can sign Grish as well, get another pitcher, have to keep up with Boston. Yeah, but the thing is, Judge to first, then what do you do with Ben Rice? I don't think Judge is going to first yet. Even if, unless this dude has a UCL tear or something like that, he is not moving to first just yet. I don't see it happening. Not yet, anyway. I mean, maybe maybe they should do that, but I doubt that's gonna happen. Momo says both Blue Jays Yankees bullpen have been trash lately. The only difference is Blue Jays are out hitting their bullpen problems. Yeah, we almost out hit ours, but the thing is, though, at least our bullpen, we have the names. Like, these guys should be better than this, but they're not. How you reply to a chat person with the highlight? Oh, you gotta hit @. I don't think you could do it on your phone, but you put the @ symbol and then type in their name. That's how you do that. Matt, what's up, Matt? The Yankee season is probably the most unfun season I've watched in a while. All they do is suck up the joint. Yeah, you know, this season it's always been, it's been like, this entire season's been, they take a step forward, 2 steps back. The minute you think they figured it out, they show you that they really haven't. Yeah, we were riding high off of that good road trip. Oh, not road trip. After, you know, sweeping Washington and almost sweeping the White Sox. We should have swept them. Coming into here, taking the first game yesterday like we did, that huge grand slam by Trent Grisham. I expected more. I did expect more, but it didn't happen. It did not happen for us. It did not happen. But guys, this is tomorrow's pitching matchup. Oh, I don't even have this thing here. Hold on. Bro, I'm going nuts. Let me pull this up here real quick, guys. All right. This is tomorrow's matchup. So the last 3 games, Carlos Rodon, last 3 appearances, Carlos Rodon has a 2.55 ERA, gave up 13 hits, 13 strikeouts, 9 walks. He's 15-7 on the season, 3.18 ERA. Christian Javier, 3.38 ERA. And his last 3 appearances, 3.27, 6 hits allowed, which is crazy. 11 strikeouts, 7 walks. A pretty even matchup, but this is a game we got to take, man. We got to take. Look, the first thing I said going into September, we got to win all these series. 2 out of 3, 2 out of 3, 2 out of 3, right? In all of them, at least, very minimum. If we could do that, that's making a huge statement. And I think if we do that, right, if we could go these 12 games, 8-4, taking 2 out of 3 in every series, we'll be in first place coming out of it. But it could turn, started off good, but it could turn real ugly if we lose tomorrow. Going into that game, into that series versus Toronto, we need a win tomorrow. We really do. We absolutely have to win. Let me see these standings real quick. So right now we're 3.5 games. If we win tomorrow, if the Yankees win the rubber match tomorrow versus the Houston Astros, that'll put us 3 games behind the Blue Jays, going into a 3-game series versus the Blue Jays, which means technically, if we win tomorrow and sweep the Blue Jays, we leave that series tied for first with the Blue Jays. That's why today was a huge, man. Today was a huge blow. We had to win today. We really did. Now tomorrow's a must win. And Boone has already blown his bullpen. See, this is the shit that gets me mad. This is why. Look, I don't know what this is. Look, let me put this away. Going into this game, I already know why they pulled Warren so quick. The reason why they pulled Warren so quick is because they were gonna throw all their eggs in today's basket. Hey, good night, Roy. Take care. Boone decided that they were gonna throw all their eggs in today's basket and try to steal and try to win this game, which they should, right? But he didn't have to throw the whole entire bullpen at it right away. He should have left Warren in there a little bit longer, in my opinion. He should have left him a little bit longer. Maybe you get another inning out of him. Maybe you get another inning or two out of him, and maybe Warren gives up one more run. But that's 2 innings more. Now you go to Cruz. Now you go to Weaver. And next thing you know, it's the 9th inning. Instead, you took him out in the 6th. You go Cruz, Weaver. By the time you get to the 8th, you know, it's tied now. You know, who are you going to go to? He went with Williams and Doval. So tomorrow, expect Tim Hill, Mark Leiter Jr., Ryan Yarbrough, who I don't know when we're going to see him because he's been on the roster for a couple days now. I'd like to see him in there. So, how many did DW give up today? Just out of curiosity. He only gave up Devin Williams. Well, they all were charged to him. All 4 runs were charged to him, but he gave up 1 true and then left the bases loaded, and Doval let them all come in. So, yeah, Williams got charged with all 4 runs. All 4. Tough, man. That sucks, too. To leave with the bases loaded and then watch Doval let them all come in. Yankees for the win says he just got home, was on a flight. I know we lost, but just got back from Vegas. Man, I from what you told me, man, it sounds like you had a lot of fun over there. Hope you made some money. Yeah, now back to real life. Back to real life. Williams, 3 walks and a double. 3 walks, a double, 2 strikeouts. Yankees for the win. Hey, Chief, Kool-Aid man, fill me in on the game. I literally just walked in on the door, flew back from it. So basically, right, in a nutshell, this is what happened. Yankees go up early. Giancarlo Stanton hits an absolute nuke. I think I got it here. Hold on. Let me see. Is this it?
Lift on the high exit velocity balls that he drives.
Hold on.
Like that.
Oh, I didn't like the way that sounded. All right, let's try this again.
Lift on the high exit velocity balls that he drives. Like that. There it goes. See ya. Oh my goodness. Might have broken a window. Amazing. A mammoth blast. And the Yankees lead 1-0.
That shit hit the window. Literally hit the window. Yeah, so, right, Yankees go up 1-0. Then Austin Wells hits a 2-run blast. They go up, what was it, 3-1. No, 3-zip. And then I think we got a sac fly from Ryan McMahon, 4-zip. Or was it 4-1 at that point or something? Whatever happened, right? It goes up 4-1. We going into the 6th inning. Jeremy Pena hits a shot, right, off of Will Warren. Boone takes out Will Warren in the 6th inning. He takes out Will Warren, even though he's only thrown 67 pitches, right? But Warren had only thrown 67 pitches. It's 4-2. He brings in, I think it was Cruz first. He ends up giving up a run. Then brings in Weaver. Weaver ends up giving up a run. It's 4-4 at this point in the 8th inning. 4-4. And guess who you think he brings in? When there's trouble, call DW. He brings in Devin Williams. And that's where shit got real crazy, man. He walks 3, strikes out 2, gave up a double to Correa, I believe. And then he left the game 5-4 with the bases loaded. And Duvall comes in. Duvall balks immediately, throws a wild pitch. No, the first thing, Duvall comes in, gives up a 2-run single, then balks, then throws a wild pitch. And it was, from there, it was like, man, it was 8-4 going into the top of the 9th. Cody Bellinger hits a 3-run home run, and the Yankees lose 8-7. That's pretty much it, man. That's a summary of today's game. If you missed it, you left all the Yankees bad luck in Vegas. I've got a call in tonight. My phone is almost dead. Take care, Real Bill. Have a good one. Yeah, 3 walks for DW. And he had the nerve. I get it. Some of them were bad calls. And even after the game, in the post game, he was saying, "Oh, there was 4 calls that he didn't get, and all this other stuff." And I'm like, bro, it is what it is. Maybe you should have got him. I understand that, but damn, dude, like, what about all the ones that you didn't get? All the ones that were nowhere near the zone. It is what it is. Boone kills these wins. Yeah, I think the bullpen was managed incorrectly. He didn't manage that bullpen right. He should have done it. He could have done it way better than that. I see Clint Frazier is on right now, dude. We should go raid his chat and be like, yo. But anyway, folks, that's gonna do it for me, man. I'm gonna call it a night. If you haven't liked the video, please like it, subscribe, all that good stuff. Yankees for the win says, damn, that's what I get for flying back. I would have put a dime on the Yankees losing as soon as Devin Williams came in the game. Bro, you know what's crazy? That as soon as he came in the game, I already knew it was done. It was a wrap. I just knew it was over. Like, he's gonna mess this up. And sure enough, he did. That would have been an easy bet too. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. What are you gonna do? Anyway, folks, that's gonna do it for me. Everybody have a blessed day. I will see you guys tomorrow. I didn't do the trivia today. Maybe we'll do one tomorrow. And he's going to say he looks like he's tossing games at this point. You never know, right? You never know. He better be doing it, because he just outplayed himself out of like $100 million. If he would have pitched great this season, he was going to get a huge contract next season. Now, at this point, I'd be surprised. He might get a 1-year deal, $5 million. That's what he's looking at. Maybe even less than that. That's how bad he's been. Yeah, so he's stressed. He's stressed, for real. But that's going to do it for me, folks. I appreciate you. Again, on your way out, please like, subscribe, and all that. All right, last comment. He says, not to speak out of who's a major league gunfire. What is that? Like a professional shooter? A major, umpire. I think you meant to write umpire. We had some good toes. Yeah, that'd be nice, man. You got some umpire in Vegas. That's not what you want, man. Hopefully you're playing freaking blackjack and what's the other one that people play? Baccarat, whatever. Yeah, hopefully that's what you're playing. But anyway, folks, that's gonna do it for me. I appreciate you all. Yankees for the win, man. Next time you gotta tune in. You missed the whole show, but I appreciate you joining. Take care, y'all. Hopefully tomorrow we have some better freaking news, right? But that's gonna do it for me. Hold on, let me change something real quick. I just realized something. Let me do something real quick. Damn. I messed up. I forgot to do all this stuff. Clint Frazier. Cliff Frazier was solid, man. He's live right now. I'm gonna go over there and mess with him. My bad, guys. I'm trying to do something real quick. I forgot my credits thing. I should have set this up earlier, but I messed up. I want to make sure this thing is working. Make sure it's working. Take care, man. I hit that like button. See you tomorrow. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. What am I doing here? I'm all over the place. All over the place. All right, here we go. My bad. I should have set this up earlier, but I didn't. It is what it is.
Chalk on the corner, fair game in the air. Aaron's bat sang, but the call wasn't fair. Stripes in the dirt, blind to the truth. Judgment day ruined, no replay to boost. Robbed on the line, truth in the smoke. Boone in the dugout, temper provoked. Hands in the sky, crowds roar choked. Stole the homer, faith in the game broke. Lines don't lie, but the humans do. Green monster grin, but the call askew. Boone stormed out, spit words like fire, till Blue tossed and called him a liar. Robbed on the line, truth in the smoke. Boone in the dugout, temper provoked. Hands in the sky, crowds roar choked. Stole the homer, faith in the game broke. Cleats on the base, game paused and rinse. Judge plays clean, but they stack the fence. Crew in the masks, deaf to respect. Baiting the Bronx, who do they protect? Fair line narrative, curving the truth. Pint glass cheers turn silence in the booth. Boone's red fury, no seat to recline. Ejected, but still, the vibes on the grind. Robbed on the line, truth in the smoke.